ticket to get your ticket. A reminder, fans, we hope you come and join us for a trading card day. The first 10,000 fans in the arena will receive a trading card pack. Arrive early to the fan zone and get them signed by Harry the Hawk and the Hawk Community.
A reminder that you can still purchase tickets for any upcoming Hawks games at the ticket.
The Hawks on their way to the locker room earlier, hoping to send their fans home happy tonight. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. Along with Greg Anthony, Brent Berry, and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at the Bulls. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot. And, of course, there's the Hawks, a game and a half out.
Checking out Chicago. They've got their sights set pretty darn high right now. After what they've done this season, their goal is nothing short of a title.
A massive amount of confidence, tremendous swagger with this team, and they believe in themselves. That might be all it takes to get them where they want to go.
So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Kevin Huerter is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then there's Armstrong. And it's Ball in at the 2 guard. And for the Hawks, in the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Trae Young is out there with LeVert. And it's Reza Shea in at the 3 slot. Here we are, Greg, looking at early returns from these teams. It's pretty revealing.
Yeah, the first few games of the season quickly tell you what you're good at. And they tell you also what you need to work on.
Which can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Now, Reza Shea after the missed 3 from Armstrong. And the shot is good from Johnson.
And Trae Young playing floor general here. So good and so quick at finding the open man.
Outside, Ball. Armstrong with it. Coming off a solid outing against Minnesota. Pass to Giddey. Shot clock at 6. From the top of the key, he buries it.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
So it's Atlanta now after the Bulls pick up 2. Reza Shea in the corner. Teardrop shot. It's hauled in by the Bulls. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
In talking with the coaching staff, they said in that game they did a great job of not settling. Keep working the ball around, finding the best look. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Back to Young. That shot off the mark. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Reza Shea with the double team. No one near Huerter as he lets it fly. And the 3 off target. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
Here is Armstrong after the basket by Atlanta. Over Okongwu. And it's Armstrong missing. LeVert against Ball. Pass to Johnson. Young taking his time here. Offensive rebound. Here's Okongwu. Sinks that one from the post. Okongwu's now got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Now here's Huerter. To the paint. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Chicago shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And that one falls for Armstrong. George Niang, he's checked in for Atlanta. so he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. The Hawks leading. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to speak with Quinn Snyder just before the game. Dealing with Lonzo Ball's playmaking was at the front of his mind. He told me Lonzo's a tremendous decision maker, so we've got to be quick to close off the passing lanes. We can't let him create easy baskets. The goal is to keep Ball's impact as a playmaker down to a minimum. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, David. And here are the Bulls now after the basket by Atlanta. Armstrong gets the bucket.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here is Young. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Pistons in Detroit. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Armstrong. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Armstrong's got 10 points in the game. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. Trailing by 2. Grants some early success for Josh Giddey in the NBA. When you look at his game, what do you like most?
I love the vision, Kevin. This guy is one of the most creative passers that the NBA has and is willing to take some risks. And the reason he does that is he has confidence in his teammates. But that vision by Josh Giddey is something special.
Now, here is Young after the miss from Armstrong. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. Let's give a look now at the 2K leaderboard to see who led the league in assists last year. Second is Trae Young.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
So both teams making some changes here. Hometown hero and dedicated Hawks fan, Lil Yachty in attendance.
And the fans in Atlanta love him just as much as he loves his Hawks. When he performs here at halftime, it can be a bigger event than the game itself. All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run. Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. The Hawks trail by 7. Down low, here's Niang. That one good for 2. Niang's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
Here's Armstrong. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Here's Krejci. Here's Niang. No good on the 3. There's 31 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Armstrong. Diving in.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
There's 21 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Niang. He's covered by Armstrong. Shot clock at 5. Johnson with a screen on Armstrong. Here's Niang. Sinks the triple. Niang's got 7 points in the game. Up in time. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've done a lot of great work from long range. And we... completely new group on the floor. Some changes for Chicago. Okongwu finds Young. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
Wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
Karis LeVert is out there with Young. Then it's Okongwu. Then there's Larry Nance. And it's Johnson in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. And here's Young from the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Young's got 8 here in the quarter.
Yeah, he couldn't connect on anything from outside in the first quarter, but now he's hit 2 threes in the second quarter, and he looks much better.
Armstrong dishes to Williams. There's a good screen. Ball kicks to Armstrong. 6 to shoot. Over Nance. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
On deep, Herder. Nance with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 3. It's LeVert on the wing. He's defended by Herder. Here's Okongwu. And it's blocked by Armstrong. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Reza Shea, he's checked in for Larry Nance. White, he's checked in for the Bulls. Young passes to Johnson. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Chicago leading by 3. Here's Williams. Second chance effort, and he sinks the layup.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Atlanta's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Back to Okongwu. Young in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. He's looking for Okongwu and finds him.
Man, how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Inside. Out to White. Pass to Armstrong. Now Herder. Here's Armstrong. He's got 21 for the 3. And it's Reza Shea with the rebound.
And after that great first quarter from three-point range, he has finally come back to earth.
Young outside. Pass to Reza Shea. A wide open look here for Okongwu. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Here's Armstrong. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Bulls lead by 3. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
Howdy, folks. Time for halftime fun. Woohoo! Before we check out the action at hand, first order of business,
You know, right now for the Hawks, the season is still young, but they're wasting no time climbing the rankings, making a statement with their early play. These guys are not messing around.
Yeah, technically, early games are just as important. And let's take a look back at the first half. The Bulls are in a close one.
They've controlled the pace, and it's been fast. Getting out in the open court and scoring before the defense could get set.
Says the Jet. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Really an incredible game from T.
He's been nothing short of a wall at the rim so far in this one, single-handedly providing great rim protection.
Been aggressive to block shots, but also avoiding fouls. That's a heavy presence inside.
And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Josh Giddey is out there with Lonzo Ball. Then it's Bruce Ellis. Then it's Kevin Huerter. And it's Armstrong in at the center position.
And you can tell Risacher has a great basketball IQ. He spots the opening and delivers the pass on time.
Huerter, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
Maybe that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. Here's Bruce Ellis. Atlanta with the rebound. Johnson's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket. Yes, sir. Giddy up.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. It's a 1-point game. And it's Giddey in the corner. Pass to Armstrong. That's good. And so Giddey with the assist. Giddey's got 3 assists tonight. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Young way outside to the left wing. Risacher wide open. Sinks the three-pointer. And it's 6 points for Risacher.
And such a nice stroke for a rookie. Risacher looking like a polished shooter already.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alteration. Some changes for Chicago. Vucevic checked in for Armstrong. Dosunmu comes in for Lonzo Ball. And Jones subbed in for Kevin Huerter.
SMP, get in there.
The Hawks trail by 6. Now, man, still yet to score. Capella with it, Jones covering, and the dunk by Capella.
How about Capella getting it done on the drive? Just knifes his way to the basket.
And Chicago shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Smith kicks to White. And here's Armstrong. 24 points for him. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Armstrong's got 26.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
White with the double team. The Hawks working the ball around. Here's Niang. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Niang's got 12 points in the game.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot. You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. The Hawks trail it. Here's Krejci. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Pass to Capella. And here is Johnson. He's looking for Niang and finds him. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. And so it's Chicago, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Back to the action in just a minute. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. The Hawks trail by 6. So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Larry Nance out there with George Niang. Then it's Terrence Mann. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Krejci in at the 1 spot.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Here's Armstrong. Here's White. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. And the Bulls lead by 5.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Krejci passes to Mann. Now here's Capella. Got a piece of it, and they're able to recover. And they get it back. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. To the middle. Here's Herter. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Herter's got his first points of the game. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Chicago.
They made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
And another difference maker that we could point to tonight has been second chance points. They've been in there, they've had active hands, they've been in great position, and they've been smart attacking the offensive glass.
And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Atlanta making a switch here. Buffkin's checked in. Josh Giddey's checked in for the Bulls. Nance, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, Larry Nance Jr. came into the league, and a lot of talk about his dunking prowess. But really, Larry Nance Jr. knows how to play the game and is building on that potential.
Both free throws good from Nance. Chicago leading by 3. Here's the screen. Giddey kicks to Armstrong. No good with the triple. Hawks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Pass to Mann. Over to the left wing. Niang, that's good. Niang's got the game tied up here for the Hawks.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Armstrong against Capella. Armstrong passes to Giddey. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Here's Niang, rejected by Armstrong, and they get it back. Back to Capella, goes back up. There's another block, and that's 9 blocks.
You know he's going to be coming hard for that 10th, too.
Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
And this would be a terrible blow. Hopefully it's less serious than it looks.
Well, looking at his face right there, you can tell he's in a lot of pain, and there's a lot of trepidation right now on that team's sideline.
Shooting for Chicago. Armstrong taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Armstrong. The Hawks trail by 5. Johnson double team. He's looking for Okongwu and finds him. Johnson dishes to Young. Off target with his 3.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding
has been the one differentiator thus far. And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Hawks have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Young way outside. No good, unable to end this run.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder said to his team. Coach is not happy with that three-point pattern. He told his team, we're down because they're making more threes than us. We have to defend the line if we're not making them at the other end. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. The Hawks trail by 10. Looking to get it going. Okongwu kicks to LeVert. Atlanta again missing.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. 1:51 left in the game. Giddey the pass to Armstrong. And it's off from three-point range. Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Young with the ball. Pass to Okongwu over Armstrong. Okongwu picks to Young, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Here's Chicago. They've scored 10 straight. Armstrong. That's good, and so Giddey with the assist. Giddey's got his 5th assist in this one. The Hawks trail by 13. Here's Okongwu. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Poked away.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Young's shot is off.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Bulls.
And they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the floor of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for T.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
Here's Giddey. Here's Armstrong. And the Bulls another 3.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
A 3-ball. Atlanta with the rebound. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Atlanta ball. Yeah, that way.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that about wraps it up. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long.